The excitement is building as I am now in the last throes of completing the medieval house as a nightlight. I am like an athlete who has turned the bend and can see the finish line ahead. Part of the excitement is that I have decided what architectural sculpture I want to do next. I've come across a YouTube video showing the entry to an Italian palazzo in Bologna, and I'm hoping to use it as inspiration. But I will tell you more later in the video. Bless me! There has been a lull in the rain, and I'm using the late afternoon light outside to sand a piece of plywood that I will use as the base for my medieval house. The plywood base gets 2 layers of PVA paint with a light sanding in between. I leave it overnight to dry, and then it is time for the installation of the light fitting. As with all things electrical, it is best to leave this to a professional to avoid a shocking outcome. My trusty liquid nails glue comes out, and I'm confident it will glue the ground floor section safely to the base. Getting back to the palazzo, alongside the excitement in the prospect of starting a new architectural sculpture, there is also a tiny bit of trepidation, and the reason for that is as follows. The doorway to the palazzo is flanked on both sides by two stone sculptures, looking like two strong men holding up the upper part of the facade. Many years ago I attempted some clay figurines, but that was so long ago that I sometimes wonder if it was only a dream. The thought of me attempting this is thrilling and unsettling at the same time. I've never attempted skydiving, but I sense that I might be in the same situation here. The jump has now been made, and I feel somehow more alive now that I realize that I can either get the palazzo facade right or spectacularly wrong in full view of all the spectators at the air show. Cobblestone streets were a common feature in medieval towns and cities. They provide a durable and relatively clean surface compared to dirt roads, and were made from naturally occurring stones, often found in riverbeds. These stones were typically laid in sand or mortar, creating a surface that was easier to traverse than muddy paths. It creates a wonderful texture around my medieval house. I use spray varnish to give the medieval house a protective coating. It has a satin finish. This gives a less shiny look than one would get with a glossy finish. This gets done outdoors where a bit of a breeze helps keeping the spray not becoming overwhelming. The moment has come where I can sit down and do a drawing of the palazzo. It is at the same time simple in the layout of the arch and the symmetry of the left and right pedestals, and then so intricate in the hulking figures standing strong in their timeless task. They look determined and patient, doggedly loyal in performing their destiny carved out by their sculptor. If I can capture the sense of their duty in my architectural sculpture, I would feel very satisfied. Please join me in the next episode, and if you want to send me an encouraging message in the comments, I would appreciate it very much.